Hey guys, Kevin here, and what I'd like to do in this video is show you a little coffee machine that I bought for my girlfriend. Coffee machines have really taken off over the last few years, especially here in the UK, and the big type of model that's getting really popular is the pod machines, and you've probably seen them in supermarkets and things like that. They're these little discs that you slide into the coffee machine, and then they make the coffee and things like that. And you can see the one that we've got here, Tassimo. And these things are relatively inexpensive. They're not as expensive as you would think. If you drink coffee or if you drink tea, you can drink the powder tea or the tea bags and things like that. These pod machines kind of at the lower end. They can go from as low as £20, £30 here in the UK, right up to like £150, £200. But that is in comparison to the bean to cup ones. The kind of more expensive ones that you have to put the bean coffees in. They do the grinding and things like that. Now, if you're a coffee purist, then you probably are going to go towards the bean to cup ones. I'm not a big coffee purist, and neither is my girlfriend, but we do enjoy a coffee. From my point of view, I didn't even have a coffee until I was 32. My first one was actually when I was travelling in Colombia, but now I normally have one during the day, and it's a nice wee pick me up before lunch or during lunch. So, just keeps me going when I'm doing work. Now, as I says, we're not big coffee snobs of that, because you do meet a lot of people that jump around different coffee places like Starbucks. I don't drink Starbucks, I don't drink Costa and things like that. We're not like that, but I did a little bit of research, and there seems to be just a few different ranges. Now, if you look here, this one is a Tassimo. Now, in the UK anyway, I'm not sure it's like in other countries, but in the UK, there tends to be 2 or 3 ranges that dominate the scene. Nescafe with a Nespresso range, Tassimo, and the other one is Lavazza. Now, I've found from looking around at shops and that, Nescafe and Tassimo appear to be the most popular. So if you go into a supermarket and you're looking for pods, these are the boxes of pods, then these are the ones that you tend to see, they're a bit more prevalent than the Lavazza ones. Now, you do see Lavazza, but they're just not as popular. As far as how much you should pay, again, as I say, they do range from around £20 to £150 roughly for the pod machines. They do go up and down. It depends on the model you get. You can get as small or as large as you get. The one we've got is quite small, but shop around, look on websites in the UK, the sites like Hot UK Deals and things like that, and shop around, because these things are always on sale. This one, for example, is a Tassimo Vivy, and it retails at £80 in Tesco Direct and Argos and things like that, and we got it in B&M bargains for £40. So it does pay to shop around, look around, and you will find a deal somewhere for one particular model. Be aware, however, that some models are quite limiting as to what they can do. For example, I was looking at an Nespresso one, and they've got a really good deal just now. You pay £70, you get the coffee machine, but then you get like £75 worth of vouchers for pods. The reason I didn't get that one is because, well, it only makes espressos. So I was looking for something that was a little bit more versatile, and if you look over here, you should be able to see that this one, in addition to coffees, you can do hot chocolate, in the back there they've got green tea, you can get regular tea, these ones are cappuccinos. I've got the glasses here. Okay, so this was just a little introduction, just to give you a little overview about how these things work. But the model I want to show you in this video is the Tassimo Vivy or Vivy, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Now, there wasn't really much in the box. You've got the unit, which I'm going to show you in a second, but actually in the box there isn't too much. There was a couple of basic instructions, and it's just got a couple of basic diagrams into how you use it. There's a thank you for vouchers, but it's just got a couple of basic diagrams and showing you how to use it. And for the life of me, I can't see them there. Oh, in fact, they're there. So it's got like what you should do and how you prepare your drink. So this part here is what I want to show you just now. So this model, you can see it here. We've got the power button down here. Now again, this is the Vivy. If you see it around this at the moment, we picked it up for £40. got it from my girlfriend, but I'm you know, after using it, I'm very tempted to get one myself. So round the back here, you've got the water. Now you just put in cold water. You don't have to heat the water up yourself. Here you've got the actual part for the pod, and you can see the pod's already in. This was a cappuccino. And the idea with these things is that you just put them in, and then when you finish, you throw them away. So that is one thing I had to say there about the pod machines. Now, they do range from about 0 to about £150. The bean machines do happen to be more expensive. Now, money wasn't really an issue because I thought this is something that you could use for years. But what I was concerned about was cleaning, because, you know, I've had things like this kitchen, you know, utensils and things like that in the kitchen where they can be a pain, especially like, for example, the George Foreman grills. The one I've got in the house is just a little cheap one and you can't take the grill off, so it's a real pain in the bum to clean. So that was something I was concerned about, and I did read a lot of reviews and they did say that the bean to cup machines, the ones that you put in the coffee beans, those are harder to clean. You need to descale them, you need to do all these other things to clean them, and you need to do it quite a lot, you know, or it gets dirty. But with these ones it's quite simple. You don't need to do that, and you can see that all you do is when you're finished, you take the pod out like that, and then that's it, that's you done. You just throw it away and that's it. That's really all you have to do to clean. But what you should do with this one is, you can see this is the guide that I was talking about, and when you first get it, what you need to do is you get the water, you put water in, you power it on, and I'm not sure if you can see here, there's a little bit down the bottom here, and what it is, they call it a service disc or something, or a service pod. So what you do is, if I can, is that spun around? I'll spin this around. So you've got it to there, and close it up, and pull it back down. I think I've got that in right. So it's bound to happen because I'm doing recording. Oh, you're supposed to, you need to get this, see something, I'm glad I messed up there. You need to get the barcode and put it down, because what you need to do, this barcode tells the coffee machine what it needs to do, and the reason it needs to do that is because the process of making something is different if you're making a hot chocolate or a coffee or, you know, tea. So you need to get the barcode down, that's why I was messing up there. So you get it down, and then you go down. Now this one, I don't know exactly what they're doing here, I think they're just cleaning it, but they say that when you first turn it on, you need to have it. I'll put it on here. Get it on. And get the switch on its side. Okay, so when you first turn it on, what you need to do is take this service disc out and you put it on, and then you push the coffee button at the top here, and hopefully it will do something. There we go. So you push that, and it really just, it puts water into the cup. That's it. That's all it's doing just now. I think this is when you first buy it, and you know, you need to clean it, I assume, because it's been sitting in a box for a long time. So what it needs to do is clean this part, and it's going to clean through the system and then just put the water. Now this is actually hot water. You should be able to see a little bit of steam coming from there. So when you buy this particular machine, this is a Tassimo Vivy, this is something that you need to do first. You need to put this disc in and you need to clean it this way. So that's what you need to do first. Now you can see the drip tray here. So this drip tray, you'll notice that the drip tray is down at the bottom, and there's, if you can see here, you can pull this out. And I'm not sure you can see it here, it's quite dark, but there's a picture of a longer cup here and there's a smaller cup there. So if you're making something that just requires a smaller cup, you just put that to the top. Don't forget there. So you want a bigger cup, you down the bottom. So if you're making perhaps like an espresso, you would put it up the top. But what I'm going to do, put that to the side, and I'll fill this back up, guys, and I'll show you how you actually make something. So I'm going to make a hot chocolate rather than a cappuccino. And again, the process of doing it is different for each item. Now, prices for pods do vary. this in. There we go. And by the way, that is actually easy to do. I'm just trying to do this one-handed with the camera in the other hand. Okay, so got a glass underneath. We've got our fake pod thing, a cleaning pod thing. That just sits underneath. So if you ever need to clean it, I think that's what you do. And here we've got Tassimo. So finally got that opened. Now you can see in the boxes here. These are the boxes for the Tassimo ones. You know, the disc system for the Nescafe and Lavazza ones are a little bit different. And you've got, it says 1 hot chocolate. Now it's a little bit different for cappuccino. For cappuccino, you get 2 things in the box. You get the actual coffee and then you get the milk. So what you do is you put the coffee in first, and then you take the pod out, and then you get the milk one, and then you put the milk one in. Now that's for a cappuccino, and it'll probably be the same for the latte macchiato. But what we're going to do here is just do a coffee one. A hot chocolate one. So we'll get a pod for that. You can see here, you can get it. You can see here for this one, the pod is bigger than it is for that one. So this one came with a small coffee one and a small milk one. This one's got a big milk chocolate one. So again, you want to get the barcode to line in there and there, and then the little pod. So basically you just turn it upside down and you get the little bit that sticks out and you put it to the side. It's very, very easy. And when it's finished, just push the button. There we go. So there's some other buttons there as well, and what you can do is you can add extra water. So there's certain drinks you can get. There's certain drinks you can get that when you put them in, and you know it might only go so far in the cup. So what you want to do is put additional water in it. So that's what those buttons are. So you can see here, it's making it, and you know it's the same with the coffee. It's all frothy. It's really creamy. It really is good. These kind of glasses you can pick up fairly cheap as well. You know, like £2 a glass or something like that, depending where you are. It's kind of standard sizes. The ones we got 200, you can see there, actually 240 millilitres. It's quite noisy there, but you know it is good how this thing works. It really does give you, you know, the kind of quality of this you get from a proper coffee shop. And I would say, you know, powder hot chocolate, powder coffee and things like that, you know, if you put them at the bottom, maybe like a fancy coffee shop at the top, I say these maybe sit in the middle somewhere, or perhaps even closer to the coffee range. So there we've got the hot chocolate. So as far as how much the pods cost and things like that, running costs, you know, it does look like it's very easy to clean. I don't think you've got anything else to buy for that. The actual pods, it depends what you're buying. You know, with the Tassimo range, that's the one we've got. It's the one we're looking at. And, you know, it depends on what you're buying. For example, if you just want a standard American coffee or Americano, you can get like 16 for like £2.50, £3. So it works out very, very cheap. You know, like it depends, you know, maybe 20 pence a pod or things like that. When you're buying the other things like the latte macchiato and things like that, you make up to like 30 pence a pod. 40 pence a pod. Now, if you're, you know, buying it direct from a supermarket, what you pay will depend on where you are. You know, you're into somewhere like Sainsbury's or Waitrose, you might pay through the nose. But check the websites for deals. You do get these pods. They're always going on sale, and just buy the pods when they're on sale and stock up. And I do think that, what's really long? I do think that's the best way to do it. You just stock up with pods. Another thing is these little pods, you can put them in little pod holders so that you've got them all nice, or you can put them in a drawer. There's lots of little accessories you can buy for it. Now the last thing you need to do, as you'd expect, is this, and you can see it's now empty. That's it. You just put these in the bin now. So, in the bin, do that thing. So yeah, that's it. So this was really a video about the Tassimo Vivy in particular, but you know, I wanted to just kind of talk about pod machines in general. It's not something I ever would have considered, but my friend Michael got one, and I think he's got the exact same model. And when we were there at New Year, You know, he gave us a coffee and things like that, and we were like, that is amazing. You know, I'm used to drinking the powder coffee every day, so I really think it is a huge jump in quality. And you know, £40 for the machine. These kind of boxes is like £4 for 8. That's about 50p a pod, but you can get it a little bit cheaper. You know, if you buy in bulk, if you buy on Amazon, just wait around and see about the deals, and you will get it you know, cheaper. It's amazing. My girlfriend loves green tea and she loves normal tea as well, so she's got green tea. She's going to get normal tea, and she's going to have a lot of different range of drinks that she can get. I think this is something that will work for years. And you know, as I said, I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I drink one a day, but this is something that I think is really, really good, and I'm that impressed with it. I think I'm going to go and buy myself one tomorrow or something, you know. So I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. You know, I'm sure that a lot of you guys are bigger coffee nuts than myself and perhaps know more about this. So I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below. If you've enjoyed the video, please do subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.